Happy Wednesday. We're doing Wealth Wednesday. It is, this is going to be a little bit different video than what I normally do. I'm normally dropping a little bit of information about your health and wellness and ways to little life hacks and tips and tricks, you know, all those things that we oftentimes have questions about, or we need help with, or we need the inside scoop when we're trying to make those healthy changes, because, you know, change is hard. I'm someone who embraces change. I always look for change. I'm up for a new challenge. But I'm not the norm. Honestly, when it comes to that, I like things to be new and exciting. I like to try new things. I like to, you know, that sort of thing. Not everybody's like that. Some people get in their comfort zone and they like to stay in their comfort zone. Now, that's not saying that I don't like that as well. I do. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. I'm just saying that is one of the things that makes me a little different. And I like change. So I am happy to share what I find, what I see, what I know, what I try that works, or something that I've researched. I want to help bring it to you because I feel like I'm accessible to you. You can always send me a message. You can always ask me questions, and I will break it down and make sure that you understand it and make sure that you're doing what's best for you. That's my promise to you. That's why I'm here. That's why I go live, even when it's inconvenient, even when, you know, sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I say the same thing over and over and over again. But something that I wanted to talk about today is, you know, I've been watching, I played basketball for, I don't know, 6 years, middle school and high school. I was a defensive basketball player, if that tells you anything. I probably scored maybe 10 points in 6 years. Like I was not a Caitlin Clark in any stretch of the imagination. But I love women's basketball. I've become a recent convert to watching that. I'm excited by what Caitlin Clark is doing, only because of the athlete that she is, not because of anything else. I just love the fact that she puts in the time, that while, you know, some other players are, you know, on social media and modeling and, you know, that kind of stuff, she is in the gym still honing her skills. And I think that she's a lot like some of the male basketball counterpart greats. You know, you have to put in the time. You can't read about basketball and be a good basketball player. You can't just understand the game and be a good basketball player. You actually have to practice and you have to hone your skills and that sort of thing. So what I'm seeing in women's basketball is some jealousy, some bullying, some kind of ganging up on one person, and I just think that it's bringing the whole entire sport down. And this is not. I don't care if you hate Caitlin Clark. This is not about basketball. So I mean, you can come at me. I'm totally going to ignore those comments. But what I'm seeing is, you know, what happens a lot in groups of women. And I'm just going to say that. I think that a lot of times we forget that we're all out here struggling. We're all out here trying to be a trailblazer and pave the way for people that are going to come behind us. And so I learned many years ago, probably 10 or 15 years ago, because of a book called The Girl Code, where if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend that you read it, because it was life-changing for me, because I was a little bit of a jealous little snot before I read this book. And I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that my jealousy was making me not be a good friend and maybe not making me cheer for people that I really needed to be cheering for. Maybe made me that person that didn't say, hey man, I see what you're doing. It's amazing. Show me how you did it. I've since learned that getting a mentor and helping them to leapfrog your improvement, your growth, is the best way to do things. That's why I pay lots of money every year to have mentors teach me what they ground out. You know, they went through all the steps and they learned all the things, and now they're willing to share with me I'm gonna pay money to do that every year. But that isn't the norm. And what brought this up for me is just that, when I first started, I had a big career shift from anesthesia, from being a nurse practitioner to going to anesthesia school. That was a lot. I was in the middle of my career as a nurse, and you have to humble yourself and start over as a novice. And then there's a lot of things that I was successful at that you don't get credit for as an anesthesia student. You just got to suck it up, keep going. Which is all good, Put in my time, did all of that. Had to start over as seen as a newbie. It doesn't matter how old you are, how much success you've had in other fields. You still have to put in the time and do the reps. And now, in functional medicine. And when I was starting out, I had a friend, and this was a good friend. And so this has stuck with me a lot. And it really has shaped the way that I mentor other people, the way that I meet people where they are, the way that I allow people space to grow, and the way that I absolutely cheer people on. I'm a fiercely loyal friend. I'm a fiercely loyal friend, and I'm going to be that person that tells you what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to hear. And I'm okay with that, because I think we all need that. It has to come from a place of love, and it has to come from a place of, I see you, I see what you're doing, I want to help you. But when I was getting started in functional medicine, I had a friend who was also getting started in functional medicine, coming from a totally different place. Now, I've been a nurse for 35 years now. 35 years. And this person had gotten some education in sciences, but they had come at their health journey and what they were doing in the health space from training, like personal training and fitness and that sort of thing. And so there's room for everybody, first of all. Secondly, we're coming at this from two totally different spaces. And we were just kind of talking over ideas and like, oh, what are you doing? That sort of thing. I thought we were sharing, but what she said to me was that you can't compete with me. I've been doing this for years. And I'm like, really? Really? So at the time, 34 years of traditional medicine and being a nurse practitioner and all the education that I had and all of that, you're totally negating that. It hurt my feelings and it hurt our friendship because it was totally out of left field. And I think that it came out without her realizing what she just said and how dismissive it was. And I stewed about it for a little while, but I have used that as a diving platform to just propel myself way forward, and to realize that that happens a lot to women, and it happens from other women. And I'm not talking about a career change. I'm talking about anything that you're doing where you have people that are maybe saying some negative things to you, whether that is, you're trying to get healthy and you have stopped drinking, whether it is that you are no longer going to the cafeteria and getting your food, you're actually bringing your food, or where they're like, let's go get a snack. And you're like, no, I'm not snacking anymore. Or where you are developing new friendships, and these are friendships of people that are going to the gym, or people that you're walking with, or people that are doing the things that you want to have in your life, that you want to be doing in your life. So they're good examples for you. Your circle's going to change when your goals change, when what you want for yourself, when what you want for your family changes and levels up. The people that you surround yourself are going to have to level up as well. You're going to have to get a different circle. And I just want to let you know that it happens a lot. I mean, women are just like that sometimes. It happens a lot when you're doing something that's big, something that maybe people never expected you to do, maybe something that is just like one more thing and one more thing and one more thing, and people are like, God, when is she ever going to quit? I just want you to know that if you ever feel like no one understands what you're going through, no one sees what you're doing, you feel like you don't know who to trust anymore, that, you know, that sort of thing. And I don't like to talk about negative stuff on here, but sometimes it just has to be said, that I want you to reach out to me. I want you to talk to me, because I am cheering for you all along the way. Whether it is the first day that you're sober, the first day that you take a walk after eating, the first day that you say no to ice cream before bed, the first day that you take your before picture because you're planning on having an after picture, the first day that you ask for help. Like, I am here for all of that. I am cheering on all of that. And for anybody that's alongside of you that isn't doing that, I want you to recommend the book, The Girl Code. And if you're that person that, I didn't realize that I wasn't being a girl's girl. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that I was being a little catty and a little jealous. If you aren't sure, I'm going to tell you to read the book, because it was life-changing for me. It's only life-changing if you recognize that you need to make a change and you actually do the work to make the change. But it was life-changing for me, and I've never gone back. And I don't compete with anybody. I only compete with who I was yesterday. And I'm here to cheer whoever needs cheering on. And, life is hard. It's easy to stay where you are. It's also easy to be a Monday morning quarterback and to judge someone who's actually making those hard decisions and doing those hard things and getting outside of their comfort zone. It's real. The cheap seats are always in the comfort zone, and people are going to judge, and they're going to talk, and they're going to say things to you, and they might be negative, or they might poo-poo what you're doing or whatever. Let them do all of that. And then you let yourself keep doing what you're doing, and let yourself find someone who's actually going to come alongside you and support you. So a little bit different Wealth Wednesday. I think that wealth is in the thoughts that you have, in the decisions that you make, in the people that you surround yourself with, in the goals that you have, in the changes that you're willing to make, in the actions that you take. I think that's where our wealth comes from. And that I already believe that our health is our wealth. So whenever we're doing those things that are going to get us healthier, that's just an extra portion. That's a extra helping of wealth for you. So everybody have a great Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday for Friday Focus. And it's my birthday, so it's going to be a really good Friday Focus.